Right guys, hello. I'm sure many of you were possibly expecting this as we're celebrating over 25 years of Doom, and Doom Eternal is on the horizon, 20th of March. I thought now would be a good time to revisit the original classic and do it in VR. I haven't done a video on that yet. So not only am I going to do the original Doom, I've got access to Sigil as well, the unofficial 5th chapter by John Romero, but we'll start with what most people probably remember, the original Ultimate Doom. As always, I'll put a link in the description to point you towards the mod. The guy who's done this, in my eyes, is an absolute legend. It just brings the game up to another level. Using the touch controllers to aim on the vertical and horizontal axis makes such a difference. The game is much more enjoyable to play. It's amazing. Doom, of course, is really seen as the granddaddy of first-person shooters. Strictly speaking, not the first game to ever do it, but it spawned a lot of clones and many games came after it. Of course, there was Wolfenstein before. That also has a VR mod. That's a lot of fun to play. But yeah, there was Star Wars Dark Forces that came along. We can do Heretic and Hexen with this mod. Doom style games. I'm not going to try and name them all because there's many of them. Probably argue that Doom may have started the modding scene as well. People making extra levels and just changing the game completely. I remember fighting xenomorphs from the Alien movies. Guys modded Doom to do that with WAD files. So not only is it legendary for spawning many other games and all of this mod support, but it's also run on so many different devices and stuff that you wouldn't even think is a gaming device. So calculators, printers, oscilloscopes, the list goes on and on and on. People love the game so much they've just got it running on pretty much anything that was around them. I'm a massive fan of it. I do have it on my phone. I've got it on my Shield TV, the infamous Android TV box. So I own several copies of the game. Those of you wondering how to get it, well, the good news is id Software did an amazing thing back in the day, and it's called shareware. So they would give away the first chapter for free, like a very extended demo, and then you knew you liked the game and you'd buy it to get access to the extra chapters. So you've always got access to that shareware version for free. But what I'd really suggest you do if you're serious is buy Doom 3, the BFG edition. Now, Doom 3 has a VR mod as well. That is very well implemented. It works incredibly well. But with Doom 3, the BFG edition, you also get Doom 1 and 2 bundled in. So you have all of those files you need in order to do the mod I'm playing at the moment. So recently I grabbed the 25th anniversary editions, where it's, we'll say, remastered in the Unity engine. Got it on the Bethesda store. So there was 70% off the games at the time. I bought Doom 1, Doom 2 and Doom 3. And by doing that, logging in, I'm on the Slayers Club for Doom. And that's given me some extra skins for Doom Eternal. So I thought I should mention that now. If I do gameplay on Doom Eternal and people wonder why my character looks very different, that'll be why. I never would have spent the money just to buy those skins, but seeing as I got the games as well, I didn't think that was too bad. So yeah, I think it was a little over a £5 to get these classic games I love. Getting the skins was just a Brucey bonus. And this corner should be the chain gun. So now I've picked that up, I can talk about the gun models. I'm using the voxel models, or they'll probably be commonly known online as the VR weapon.pk3 files. So the guy that's done this, very clever lad. I know they kind of look Minecrafty, but if you just notice, this shotgun will pump itself. Nice little touches. If you do Doom 2, the super shotgun, it will break the barrels open. It's kind of cool. So of course you can use the original sprites if you want the classic Doom look, but I really quite like this actually. You do have to go into the VR options and tilt them down. We've all got different headsets and controllers, so what works for me might need to do something a little bit different for you. But yeah, when you first get it, you might notice your gun's pointing up at the ceiling, and that's what you've got to change to get that right. kind of dark in here. I hope it comes out all right in the video. But I'm getting flashbacks now because I remember the first time I played this game, very early teens. It came out in 1993. Playing at my stepdad's, and all the PC gear was down in the basement. Very dark down there. The light switch was top of the stairs, and my stepsister had this annoying habit of turning the light on. Now, in her defence, not really used to having people down there. So probably thought, oh, someone's left the light on and just turned it off. Maybe she did it deliberately to prank me. But I don't blame her because it's made me the man I am today. Nothing really scares me anymore because I survived Doom in the pitch black in my early teens. So, yeah. Some of you might be thinking, so what? This game isn't very scary. Back in the day, yes, it was. Even people that played Doom 3 when that first came out, they'd tell you that was a pretty spooky game. So I probably should do a video on the Doom 3 VR mod. It's been out for quite a while. Thing is, that game's kind of slow to get going. It's a very good game, but my free time is very precious at the moment. Got a lot going on at home. So I don't know whether I'll be able to do that. I'm certainly not going to do Doom VFR, which is really the VR version of Doom 2016. Just use the chainsaw in these guys. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Doom 2016 and how they rebooted it, put the glory kills in. And then I found out Doom VFR doesn't have the glory kills. When it first came out, it was teleport only movement. Not a fan of that. And I'm sure it's got smooth locomotion by now, but I've got no interest. I'm not going to buy it even if it's on sale. It does have, just like Doom 2016, the secrets. You can find the classic levels, some of them to play through. So you can see that's where the chainsaw was as a teaser. But yeah, the classic levels in Doom 2016 or Doom VFR. If I want to do it in VR, I'll just play this. I'll just use this VR mod. It works much better, to be perfectly honest. Get all the games I want to play, not just the levels they handpicked for Doom VFR. Nearly at the end. So of course we've got Half-Life Alyx due at the end of the month. I'm really looking forward to that. Not so much just the game, but also the games that will come because of it, because of its graphics engine and all the modding people will do. I'm pretty sure I said earlier, like, Doom could be seen as what started the modding scene. Really cool we can do with PCs. So some people are saying that 2020 will be the year for VR, and I kind of see where they're coming from. We've got all these amazing AAA style games coming out in VR. But it's not so much just the games, it's also the hardware, the gaming PCs to run it. I'm getting a lot for your money these days, to be perfectly honest. Always said I'm a big fan of the Rift S. The visual fidelity was finally there. He says it's affordable at £400, but when you compare it to like a Valve Index, which is over 900, I'd say the Rift S is pretty affordable. So I will get him. Makes such a difference being able to look up and shoot. Yeah, but anyway, £900 or more for a Index headset. If I put that in context, I can buy a Rift S. If I have a gaming PC that I think I need to upgrade, well, I should have a case, I should have a power supply, I should have storage, have the hard drive, so I just need to get some core components. So, an MSI Tomahawk Max motherboard, AM4 socket, that'll be about £100. We can get ourselves a Ryzen 3600 CPU, that's better than what I'm using at the moment, to be truthful, and get 16 gig of RAM. And I could get an NVIDIA 1660 Super graphics card. I think they're about £200. So okay, in truth, that's probably going to be about £940 all in, including the headset. But considering the index is 920, you're getting a little bit more for your money. You see where it's gone, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's amazing what we get for the money. And these imps are going to jump out on me. So I've obviously had quite a few girlfriends since my first time playing this in my early teens, and as all good girlfriends do, they try to take an interest in what their boyfriends like to do. So they've tried to get into gaming as well, and they've always struggled really with the shooting games, whether it's Gears of War or shooting games, first-person shooters, and they say it makes them feel stupid. They can't play them. I always have to reassure them that they have to remember I started off at a young age, and back then things were far more simple. Doom was very much a 2D experience. You didn't aim up and down. You just moved left, right, backwards and forwards and just shot what was in front of you. Then Quake came along. We worried about aiming up and down. Of course, I played Unreal and Unreal Tournament and so many games since. I've had plenty of practice. So they shouldn't feel discouraged. They're starting off at the deep end. But I think if they actually played it in VR, they'd find it far more easy. Using my left hand, the left thumb to move the thumbstick to move me around, and my right hand is aiming the gun, and of course I can just look around with my head. There's another secret. Let's head down the stairs. Make our way around. See, I let my brother have a go on the Rift S headset when I got it many months ago, and he said, "Okay, you've sold it to me." He said, "That's it. I want to get back into PC gaming," which, frankly, really surprised me because he's been a die-hard PlayStation fan forever, ever since the PS1. So he's had the PS2, the PS3, the PS4 he's got at the moment. And he's done PlayStation VR, but he wasn't really sold on it. But using the Rift S, he was like, yeah, okay. Now, to be fair, some of that might be down to the cool stuff I do. So, yeah, we've got mods for games like this. I've got new Retro Arcade Neon. I've got my own virtual arcade. I do EMU VR, light gun games like Time Crisis. So stuff like that you're never going to do on a console. But it still really surprised me how VR convinced him to change his ways. So rather than going to the next level, what I think we'll do a little bit of Sigil. Get that shotgun. Pinky, right out of shotgun shells. More ammo lying around. Side strafing for the win. Really like the music for this as well. Try and do this without falling in the lava. So no, strictly speaking, this isn't official, but it is done by John Romero, one of the original creators of Doom at id Software. Oh, he's knocked me in the lava. We'll try that again. Looking for that pinky, hard to see him because he's semi-invisible. Love the way the demons turn on each other. They accidentally shoot each other. Try and save my shotgun shells. Where's that lost soul? I can hear him. There he is. Some more shells, imps to shoot. Caca demon as well at the back, it looks like. Those shells. Up we go. Oh, they're not messing around. The dance of death. There we go, guys. I think we'll leave it there. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever it is you choose to do after watching this. And as always, I'll see you when I see you next. Ciao for now.